Today, I am flying on the cheapest first-class flight in the world. Swiss Air's first class ranks as one of the top 5 in the world, and I paid less for this ticket than I have for any other first-class flight. But I'll explain more about that later. Today's flight is 8 hours from New York City's JFK International Airport to Geneva, Switzerland. I will share all of the details of the flight, including the food on board, the world-class lie-flat seat, and exactly how I was able to book this. It just puts a huge smile on my face every time I see first class on my ticket. Daily reminder to get TSA pre-check if you don't have it already. Look at the difference in these lines.
Swiss Air doesn't have an airport lounge at JFK, but Lufthansa does, and my ticket gets me access into that lounge.
I walked all around this terminal looking for the Lufthansa lounge, and it was right here, right next to security the whole time. This is actually called whining and dining.
The lounge isn't huge, but has nice seating areas, a buffet, and any drink you can think of. There are 2 levels, one for business class and one for first. The main difference is that upstairs, or the first class lounge, there's a full service restaurant where you can order cooked to serve items a la carte.
I just finished up lunch, and my goodness, it was next level. I started with a Mediterranean salad and lobster bisque. The soup was phenomenal. The waitress told me to order as much food as I wanted, so I ordered 2 entrees. The red shrimp curry with vegetables and rice, and a seared salmon with sweet chili sauce. The salmon was a bit on the drier side, but the red curry was so delicious. Finishing it off with some Belgian chocolates. Today has started out on a great foot. In the business class part of the lounge, there is the most beautiful viewing area to watch planes take off and land. I just watched the sunset there and it was amazing. Hardest part of that lounge experience was not ordering more food. It was so good. Now I have a personal guide to take me to my gate. Hello. One of my favorite parts of flying a new airline is getting on the plane and seeing the seat for the first time. I'm always so giddy.
After getting my bag stowed away and my jacket hung up, I got my first look at my beautiful seat.
I sat down in my seat about 30 seconds ago. I already have a hot towel and a amuse bouche. I have to be honest, I don't even know what an amuse bouche is. And a sparkling water. I did some Googling on the amuse bouche. It's an appetizer served at fancy restaurants. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
And now dinner menu as well.
I think the amuse-bouche is for a more refined palate than mine. But worry not, the food is about to get much, much better. Shortly after, the safety video is played and we are on our way. I set up my camera to get this really cool shot, and Turbulence had other ideas.
What I was going to say is we have taken off, I have gotten settled into the seat, so let's have a proper look around. They're preparing dinner right now and it's almost ready, so I'm gonna try and be quick. So right when I got to the seat, I was met with a water bottle and some XL pajamas. I haven't had the best luck with pajamas in the past, so hopefully these fit.
The seat looks a bit outdated, but is very soft and comfortable when sitting down. The star of the show, however, is this beautiful leg rest where you can stretch out and enjoy ultimate relaxation. And by the way, this TV screen is 32 inches. There's also this mini door that opens and closes, giving you a feeling of more privacy. Right next to the seat, there is this lamp which you can adjust the brightness on, and this remote control which controls the TV. My seat alone has not 1, not 2, but 3 windows. Time to get the table set and try the famous Swiss Air cuisine. I'm starting with a basket of hot bread and butter with some delicate smoked salmon and cream cheese.
The smoked salmon is so fresh, it's so delicious. It just cuts so easily.
Wow. If the appetizer is that good, I can't wait to see what the main course is like. Hold on a minute, I didn't order this. The flight attendant surprised me with a creamy tortilla soup and said I had to try it. Well, she's spot on. Delicious. Now it is time for the main event. I've ordered the grilled salmon over ancient grains with blanched spinach. The salmon is perfectly moist, full of flavor, and cooked to perfection.
This is my third time eating salmon today.
Delicious food just puts me in a good mood, and this is the dish that gets my happy dance for this flight.
I feel like I have been eating non-stop since I got on this flight, but it is a Swiss flight. The flight attendant talked me into getting a cheese plate. I wanted it anyways. Let's try it. We've got Brie, we've got Swiss, Gruyere. Wow. As if I'm surprised, but once again, fantastic.
Just as I thought my meal was over, I was brought yet another surprise. Mixed fruit with vanilla ice cream and chocolate sauce. They might have to cart me off of this plane.
Going into a food coma.
Surely that is all the food, right? Wrong. An entire box of locally made Swiss chocolate.
This is kind of the best day of my life, though, if we're being honest.
Now that I've gone into a food coma, let's grab those PJs and get changed.
Like magic.
They are a few sizes too big, but no big deal. They are quite comfortable. I've never really understood face spray, but let's give it a go.
Is it supposed to do something? It smells really good.
Since there is no one in the middle seat next to me, the FA has made up that bed for me to sleep in. It is over 6 feet long, has a nice duvet, and is very comfortable. I awake a few hours later over the south of France to a gorgeous sunrise. Watching a sunrise or sunset on a plane never gets old to me.
I was so busy eating last night, I didn't have a chance to open my amenity kit. So let's take a look. Sleeping mask and socks. Would have been nice to use. Oh buddy, this is the most Swiss thing in here. Ricola. It says herb candy, but I think these are just cough drops. There is a toothbrush and toothpaste, natural lotion, and face cream, earplugs, a comb, and a shoe clip. And this fun little Swiss bag.
We are now in our final descent to Geneva. I glance out my window one more time and am greeted with views of the Swiss Alps and a scenic lake town. I love flying into this airport.
Okay, thank you so
Take
much.
care, you're most welcome.
Amazing
What a
flight.
pleasure.
Thank you.
I am greeted at the plane by my personal Swiss Air guide, who takes me by van on the runway to the Swiss Air Lounge. I'm not used to this type of 5-star service. There's a nice buffet area, ample seating, and even a private section for first-class customers.
I actually met a lovely family on that flight. They were sitting right next to me in first. They own a chocolate shop here in Geneva, and they invited me to come over. They're like, please, come have some croissants, some chocolate. I wanted to go so bad, but I only have a 2.5-hour layover here before my next flight. So I couldn't make it work, but next time. Okay, while I wait for my next flight, I'm gonna explain exactly how I booked this one. The cash fare for this exact same flight is between $10,000 and $15,000. I booked just a business class flight through United's booking system for 60,000 points. Now I transfer those points over from a credit card. You can transfer over from a Chase card, an American Express card. But if you don't have points, United will do sales a couple times throughout the year where it's buy one, get one free. So you could buy 30,000 points and get 30,000 points for around $700. Now, 24 hours before check-in, I was given the option to upgrade from business to first for about $800. So for me, I paid $800 in total for this whole first class experience. But if you didn't have any points, you could get this exact same experience
for about $1,500, which is still a tenth of the price of the cash fare, making this the world's cheapest first class flight. Overall, that was an incredible experience for me. The flight attendants, the flight crew were 10 out of 10, super friendly, attentive. The food was some of the best I've ever had. The bed was comfortable. Like I mentioned earlier, it was just too short. 8 hours isn't long enough. I could have done double that easily.